Alright, just had to do some housekeeping action. I am going to be doing double duty tonight, as I'm alone in the booth, and I'm also going to be doing the admin work here at In the Zone Racing. You're going to be able to hear all of that as I tell the drivers what to do, who comes out next, everything. It's all coming to you live from New Smyrna Speedway In the Zone Racing online. I've even got my sound issues fixed this week, so you can hear race cars on the track. It's fantastic watching the 77 of Andrew Fayash right now. Number 11 of Glenn Cray out on the track right now. I'm going to do some housekeeping as we do this. Let's see how we let these guys know that we're going to be doing single car qualifying just like we normally do. Looks like I'm having a few issues with the game right now. Can't change channels to tell anybody what they're supposed to be doing.
That's fine, though.
Never mind, I got it, Kevin. Sorry about that. We can still do the numbers, though, for qualifying. We're going to qualifying here in about 10 seconds, guys. Single car qualifying once again. Thanks to everybody for showing up. The race is once again broadcasted on ITZR TV. If you want to tell anybody to watch that. I'm alone in the booth tonight, so it's just going to be me by myself. But this time we do have car sound, so that's good. Excuse me for the throat clearing there. Everyone, looks like we're about to go qualifying. Alright, Jeff, go ahead, man. First out on the track is the number 2 of Jeff Ramsdell. Ramsdell was the slowest, as you can see, the slowest in practice with an 18.071. He wasn't abnormally slow, just never really got it all the way up to speed here in practice. 18 cars, it looks like, signed in for the race tonight. Jeff taking the green flag on his qualifying run. Getting a little high there in 3 and 4. Some of the cars tonight, you'll see a lot of these cars running about the middle lane. Consensus is that the middle lane is the faster way around here. Sometimes if you come off the bottom, you get a little bit loose. It gets a little bit squirrely on you. It can be kind of scary. Go ahead, Sean. Alright, go ahead, Brandon. Looks like we have 2 drivers that have left for the evening. Sean Disbro and the 55 of Douglas Cormier were signed in for practice. Actually weren't too bad. Yeah, Sean had an 18.0, and Douglas is right there in the middle of the pack, but he doesn't look like he's here for qualifying. 56 of Brandon Simmons on the track. The other pink, I think it says the other pink meat on the back of his car. lap on lap 1:17.958. That was almost as fast as he ran in practice. Usually faster on your first lap. Let's see what Brandon has for his second time around. 18.003. Go ahead, John. Number 93 of John Bage on the track right now. John has been, actually almost all the guys here tonight have been a regular with the series. A couple haven't. I think John did miss the race in Atlanta, but has been a really consistent finisher so far this season. Car washing up a little bit on John there through 3 and 4, coming down to take the white flag. 17.923 fast time so far this evening. John getting a little bit tighter down through 3 and 4 on his second lap, coming to take the checkered flag. 18.016, he'll stay on the first lap. Go ahead, Gil. You'll see all the things that I'm having to do this evening, running everything by myself. Normally I have my buddy Eric Myers. Came down with a migraine earlier today. Gil getting a little bit loose off of 4. Hopefully he can save that car, and that is not going to be good for his qualifying time. You want to reset, Gil? You can take 1 lap.
Yeah, 10-4.
We're going to start everybody anyway, we will.
Yes, sir. Everybody will be starting. Gil's going to reset and take 1 lap after wrecking that car. He's going to bring out the backup, or the second car, we'll call it, here in sim racing. You get as many as you want. So we'll give him 1 lap to get a qualifying time. Gil looking like a pretty good lap through 3 and 4. 17.980.
Nice lap, Gil. Good job.
Go ahead, Glenn. Like I said, Eric Myers not in the booth with me today, so I'm doing everything I don't. Glenn getting really high through 3 and 4. He's going to get that run down the front straightaway. You'll see some guys doing that. They run high through turn 4, turn down real hard to turn 3, so they can get basically a longer straightaway to get some run. You can pick up maybe a 10th, maybe 2 going into turn 1, but it can mess up your entry because you're going a little bit faster than normal. Glenn coming down to take the white flag. 17.811 fast time on the evening so far. And Glenn getting loose off at 2. He might scrap this. Nope, but he's still going to go after it. And no, he's going to pull it down. Let's check to see if Douglas did not come back. So the next car out. Go ahead, Rusty. Number 10 of Rusty Arthur pulling out on the track right now. Rusty's been a consistent performer also this year. A little bit loose off of turn 4 there. Rusty with an 18.169 on his first lap. So far the slowest of the 6 competitors to qualify. Rusty again loose off of turn 2. That car looks like it's being pushy loose on him right now. Rusty coming off of turn 4, take the checkered flag, 18.145. Go ahead, Kevin. 18 of Kevin Malone out on the track right now. Kevin is an admin here at In the Zone Racing, and he is the one that handles lining up the grid for qualifying. So right now people are probably pretty lost, or not. Depends on whether or not they need it, but he does it for us. Appreciate that. He's also a multiple time SK modified champion. Getting a little loose off of turn 4, his first lap, 17.876. I believe that puts Kevin in second place, and he will take that as his lap. Go ahead, Peter. Peter Fisher coming out of the track, 71 car Gale Force Racing team member. Peter has won multiple pole positions here this season in the late model shootout series. I believe he has 3. If I remember correctly, he's still looking for his first race win. So let's see what kind of lap Peter can put down here in qualifying. Peter electing to run the low lane. Comes down for the white flag. A 17.656 fast time so far for Peter Fisher. And that's the lap that Peter's going to take. Go ahead, Trent. Trent Brown in the number 98 Trading Paints Ford. Trent Brown also a regular on the late model shootout series this season. I talked to some of the drivers prior to the race, and they were actually liking iRacing changes their builds every once in a while. 17.697 on his first lap going into turn 1. Let's see if Trent will take a second lap. Looks like he's going to. As I was saying, I was talking to some of the drivers tonight, and they were actually liking how the car was coming off the corners in the latest build of iRacing. So it used to get a little bit loose on everyone, and they were feeling pretty good about the exit of the corners. 17.869 on his second lap, 17.697 on his first. He'll take that one. Go ahead, Andrew. An iRacing regular, one of the pros that we have on the tour this season. Well, not on this tour, but that runs an In the Zone Racing, making his first appearance this season in the late model shootout series. Told me he likes New Smyrna Speedway, just wanted to race something tonight. Skipped pro practice for this race. In the Pepsi Super Late Model. Andrew had probably 10 minutes of practice under his belt tonight. And he's been sitting cold and hasn't run a super very often at all. 17.701, third quick on the evening, a nice lap by Andrew Fayash. I do believe he's running one of my old setups in that car, so that makes me feel pretty good. Go ahead, Todd. Todd Guerin on the track right now. He is a former ITZR champion. I think we were missing him last week at USA, and boy did we miss him. No, we did. Todd is a regular in the late model shootout series, has been for many, many seasons. Usually one that you are going to have to contend with for the win. Todd coming kind of the middle lane, I guess lower to middle lane, coming through 3 and 4, looking for his first time on his first lap. 17.764, that's 4th quick overall so far. And Todd will find his unhappy friend, the wall, on his second lap and shut her down. Go ahead, Jacob. Jacob Lincolnwood's number 3 car coming out this week. Unfortunately, we're not going to have, I believe it's his brother, could be his cousin, could be his uncle. James Lincolnwood's not here this week. He was suspended for this race after an altercation after our Atlanta race. It was brought to our attention. There was some retaliation going on, which breaks the rule package that we have. Unfortunately, we had to tell James he couldn't be here this week. Hopefully, we will see him here again next week. But holding the Linkowitz banner up high is Jacob, number 3. Getting real low through 3 and 4. Actually dipped those left side tires off the track. And his first lap, 17.641. That is fast time so far this evening. Great run by Jacob Linkowitz. Go ahead, Cody. Out on the track right now, number 75. This is the man so far this season in his Toyota Camry, number 75. Fast Track Sims. Trying to read the rest of those sponsors. He goes a little bit too fast to read all of them. He is our current points leader. He's won every mini series we've had so far. The 2 that we've had so far. Coming around turns 3 and 4, looking for that white flag. 17.554, fast time so far this evening. And looks like that'll be the lap that Cody will stand on. Go ahead, Bill. Number 84 of Bill Brown coming out on the track. Bill Brown has a win earlier this season at Iowa. He has definitely been one of the racers to beat this season. I believe he's sitting 2nd or 3rd in points right now. WFC Chassis is the sponsor on that race car. I believe that is a race team Bill Brown is a part of. Around turns 1 and 2. And he gets a little bit of the wall with the right rear. This is iRacing. iRacing might say you can't do that and end this lap for him. He might have to stand on his 2nd lap. And no time recorded, so it's going to be 1 lap and done. And it is the 2nd lap when the tires have already been scrubbed. Usually not the faster of the 2 laps, so we'll see what Bill can do. He was 3rd quick in practice. Bill Brown, the 2nd lap, 17.847, 8th quick for Brown. Go ahead, Derek. You can see these guys out on the track right now. You don't need to give them much instruction. They've been doing this all season. Everybody understands how this works. I don't even have to tell them that they only get 2 laps. It's a pretty fun format we have here at Zone Racing. Number 87, Derek Holshausen. He comes here with a brand new looking car this week. Purple and green pen tag, looks like it says, as the sponsor. Derek is our current points leader in the mini series we're running right now, the Florida Speed Fest. Derek did win the race at USA Speedway 2 weeks ago. Rentag, does that say? Could say Rentag. Derek with a 17.629 2nd quick, and that will be the time he stands on. He's going to be qualifying in the top 3. Go ahead, Ty. For sure. Oh, we've got a couple more qualifiers, a couple more guys. Woo! Quite a few guys that have jumped in with us. And some pretty big names, to say the least. So we're going to give those guys an opportunity as soon as we get Ty Spearman done here. Ty Spearman with a new car this week, the 92, looking really snazzy. I've actually become a big fan of Ty's cars. Always features the same color. I'm a personal fan of that. I do that as well. Ty looking low through 3 and 4, coming to the white flag for his qualifying effort. 17.513, fast time. That is a blazer for Ty Spearman. Ty looks like he's going to drop off right now. We'll see if we can get these other guys in line here. Go ahead, Chris. Ty obviously very happy with his qualifying effort as he donuts into the infield. Chris Kurdzo, a little bit of a late show for the number 7 in the Zone Racing sponsored automobile. Chris is one of those guys that's nice enough to put his logo all over, our logo all over his car. We appreciate that. Chris taking the green flag for his qualifying effort. Chris running really high through turns 3 and 4. Sometimes when you don't get any practice, you're not sure how to run the track, you're not sure how your setup's going to work. He obviously has something in there that's not working too well for him. 18.327 on his first lap. Also a distinct possibility that Chris overdrove the entry to turn 3, as this lap's looking quite a bit better on his second lap. 17.973. Let's see who's available to go next. right, go ahead, JD. 2 laps for you guys that just showed up late. Appreciate you guys being here. 2 laps, please. 1 at a time. So go ahead, JD. Here he is. We haven't seen him since the end of the Nationwide season. The number 23, our Nationwide Series reigning champion, JD Laird in the Aqua Tech number 23 Toyota Camry. JD getting quite high off of 2. Let's see what kind of lap he can put down, as he's another driver that didn't have any practice, just kind of shooting from the hip here in qualifying. 18.309, not what he was probably looking for. I know how fast this guy can be, and a 309 is probably not what he thought he would come out with. That would be the lap that he takes 18th place. Go ahead, Byron. Next car on the racetrack, the number 61, a Pro Series driver. Actually, let me rephrase that. Not a Pro Series driver, but an N-Pass driver, a NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series driver. Byron Daly, he is also a regular from our Nationwide Series. Showing up for Late Model Shootout Series practice tonight. I told you guys pro practice was empty. Some of them look like they're showing up for the Late Model Shootout Series tonight. It's a pretty cool thing. Byron Daly coming out a little bit high through 1 and 2. Getting high off of turn 2 and high in 3 and 4. That car is tight, kids. That is when the car does not turn getting into the corner. 18.450, a little bit slower than our previous qualifier, JD Laird. That's going to put him dead last on the field right now. A little bit better through 3 and 4 than the previous lap. Let's see what kind of time we can put down here in lap 2. 18.039. That puts him in 16th place out of the 19 qualifiers. Go ahead, Jordan. Next up, another Nationwide Series regular. I'm guessing pro practice was very boring tonight, and they're all here. No, I'm kidding. Nationwide Series regular number 22, Jordan Hightower. Definitely one of the drivers to beat in the Nationwide Series. I've not seen him run a late model, I don't believe. So let's see. Sorry, super late model. Let's see what kind of time he can put down in his qualifying effort. And Jordan gets in the wall off of turn 2. Looks like these guys are struggling with tight race cars. Again, the lack of practice making it very difficult for them to find out what their car is going to do when they come out for qualifying. Jordan not registering a lap time on that lap. Jordan looking pretty tight off the turns. Tight, and then that's a pushy-loose situation right there where the car didn't turn, then it really turned, and that's an 18.051 for Jordan on his qualifying lap. Go ahead, Chad.
All right.
Last but not least, the 24 of Chad Coleman. Coleman is a regular also on the Nationwide Series. Another one of those cars you have to beat every week. He's a top 5, top 10 runner every single week. He's here tonight in his super late model Ray Bestis on the side. Chad hitting the wall for turn 4. That lap's not going to count because of the contact. Let's see what he can do on his second lap. Coming down and take the checkered flag. 18.262, 20th quick for the 24 Chad Coleman. That looks like that will conclude our qualifying session, unless some people have come back. They have not. Actually, hold on one moment. Well, looks like that'll be all. All right, guys, good job. Looks like that's everyone that's going to qualify. Thanks to those of you that showed up late. I really appreciate the support. So we'll go ahead and advance the session. We'll get right into the race. We got a little break here between sessions. Take a little bit of time. Anybody wants to get a drink between, if you're watching the broadcast, I know there's probably at least 15,000 people watching right now. Probably not. But you want to take about 2 minutes. Takes about 2 minutes for these cars to get to green flag racing. We'll be back and going shortly.
Y'all have to pardon me. I'm getting confused with different league races. But do we go on green or leader set the pace? I apologize for not remembering.
Leader sets pace.
Thank you.
We are set to go
Good luck,
green.
guys.
That is the infamous driver
Watch
chat
log
I
jam
talk
in
about
one.
every single week. You guys can hear it live as we are sitting here ready to go green. Ty Spearman leading the field down to the green flag. So we got a little contact being made through 1 and 2. Nothing happening so far. Everybody's clean. Ty Spearman taking the lead over Jacob Linkowitz in the 3 car. Looked like we had an issue. Cody Kelly looks like he missed the start. He had to start from the pits. Probably going to go a lap down. Thank goodness for him. The lucky dog rule is in effect. He should be able to get back on the lead lap if we do go yellow at some point. But he did have I believe, a 3rd place starting position and had to drop to the end of the field because of that. So that's a big mistake for Cody, the number 75, our points leader, Cody Kelly, right now. Big log jam of cars right now. 7 of Chris Kurdziel, 93 of John Page. That position away or holds on to that position. 13th place right now. There's Byron Daly in the 61 car getting a little high through 1 and 2. 00 at Gil Gawk and the 22 of Jordan Hightower battling for position back in the field. Looks like they are battling for the 15th position right now. The 00 Gil Gawk has that spot. or beating and banging. You guys are hearing it as I am. The beating and banging is happening throughout the field. I believe that was the 24 getting into the 00 there. Looks like Go Dog's got some right side damage on that race car. We're 56 of Brandon Simmons battling with Byron Daly right now. That's for the 11th position. Battling happening throughout this field. We're trying to find it and show it to you as much as possible. 11. Glenn Cray, and there's going to be an accident, and Glenn Cray and Andrew Fayash get together down the front straightaway. Back that up and try to see what happened there. No communication between those drivers.
I don't know how, JD, but you got by me.
Looks like the 11 of Glenn Cray just decided that he wasn't going to give any room to the 77 Andrew Fayash. Their night probably pretty early. Looked like the 11 just slid up and not sure. That's an odd one there, folks. I don't know what happened. You're seeing it like I am. So the 11 driving around smoking. This will give the 75 of Cody Kelly right here the opportunity to get back on that lead lap. He was in the 21st position and right now being shown on the lead lap. Looks like he's got a little damage on the right side as well. Here's the 77 Andrew Fayash. Quite a bit of damage on the right side of that race car. I'm sure it's going to be damaged on both sides. We have seen some cars get back in the race after being damaged that bad. In fact, Derek Holshausen at USA had a pretty beat up car and won the race with it. So it looks like the 11 of Glenn Cray is going to be he obviously sustained quite a bit of damage as that car was smoking headed to the pit area. Brandon Simmons, 56 car, taking the opportunity to get into the pits for some tires. 61. Byron Daly, 23, and JD Laird as well. Some of these drivers will also take the opportunity to make any changes to their race car that they need to. Aren't a whole lot of changes you can make in iRacing right now. iRacing, when you're taking pit stops, all you can really do is change air pressure and put a little wedge or take a little wedge out of the car. So not a whole lot you can do. But it can make a car a little bit better for you, especially those guys that are making those changes. If the 23, the 61, Byron Daly, they are the guys that would know what to do and when to do it. So we'll see if they can, I guess, move forward through this field, as they really didn't have very good cars in qualifying. That number 92, Ty Spearman right now, he is your leader. Ty has been fast all season long, still looking for his first win. Pace car is off, the cars are coming to the green flag. Ty Spearman, Jacob Lincoln leading the field, the green flag. Good jump by both drivers, actually a really good start by Jacob Lincoln once on the outside. It's a difficult position to be in. You got to try to time what the leader's going to do, and he's going to back off and try to get in. Just heard Chad Coleman's voice. Jacob Linkowitz gets into the leader. The whole entire field might be in this one, and it darn near is. A lot of guys stopped. I've been to many, many racetracks, and I've seen that happen many times. If you have cars up front, crash, it is really, really hard to stop without damaging your race car. These cars are made of, I believe these cars are basically plastic and fiberglass, and they just break apart at, and break up at any kind of contact. Ty Spearman looks like he got through it pretty well. Nobody really piled into him. It's that low, that pack in the back. You guys all saw that. There were multiple cars that got stopped there. That was crazy. We don't need to make a replay. I don't think we need to look at a replay of that one. We saw what happened. The three of the Jacob Linkowitz got into the back of the leader, number 92 of Ty Spearman. It looked like Jacob was trying really hard to get in the line, may have misjudged the braking point, and just spun Spearman out. So here at In the Zone Racing, we have a penalty system that if you are on probation, I don't think Jacob is, but if you have caused one caution in a race and you cause a caution the next week, you are benched for the next race. So I don't think that's going to happen to Jacob, but he has to mind his P's and Q's for the rest of the evening, because if you cause 2 cautions in any race, you are also benched for that next race. So He's definitely going to have to pay attention to what he's doing. Obviously, there's the number 3 pulling into the pits. He looks like he has left side rear damage. That car may or may not have sustained damage to the suspension. 71 Peter Fisher also with damage. Andrew Fayash, the 77 car, boy, that car is beat. I don't know if he sustained any more in this last wreck. He might have, he may not have. 84 Bill Brown, a little bit of left side rear damage. I think we're going to look at just about everybody in the field, and just about everybody's going to have sustained something in that one. Although Rusty Arthur's car looks pretty clean right now. Number 2, Jeff Ramsdale.
Stay low, guys. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low.
Points leader Cody Kelly looking pretty good. There goes a 77 Andrew Fayash taking
I
the
recently should have waved him. He stopped for the wreck and was the first car let down. We just gave it to him.
23.
He wasn't
JD
involved.
Laird, that car has a tremendous amount of damage, obviously.
They didn't
22
hit
Jordan
anything.
Hightower as well.
Didn't give me it for whatever reason.
18 of Kevin Malone. Looks like he's got some right rear damage on that car. 13 of Todd Guerin, looking pretty clean at this point. He's going to start second on the field as we go back green. Number 98 of Trent Brown, looks like he escaped that one without too much damage as well. So a lot of cars with damage now, and we'll see how things start to shake out. 56 of Brandon Simmons rolling down the front straightaway pretty slowly. Looks like he's waiting for a car.
Left rear flat tire.
Sometimes the
I gotta let this piece car by.
looks like we're gonna hold back on the green here. It looks like Brandon Simmons might have gotten caught behind the pace car as he came out of the pits. Lights are out on the pace car. We'll go green next time by. Trent Brown, the number 98, will lead the field back to the green flag. Todd Guerin in the 13 to his outside. 18 is Kevin Malone. He will start third. 22 of Jordan Hightower, with all that damage, going to start fourth on the field, with the 23 of JD Laird, also quite damaged. He's going to start fifth. 75 points leader Cody Kelly after his early race miscue. He's already back up to sixth position. Todd Guerin gets a great, Trent Brown gets a great jump. Todd Guerin falls into second place with Kevin Malone in third. I hear a lot of beating and banging a little farther back in the field. We're not seeing it right now. Number 23 battling with the number 22 of Jordan Hightower right now. Derek Holzhausen.
You're fine.
Rusty Arthur making a little bit of contact, maybe down the back, starts 61, back a little bit further back in the field. It's going crazy right now. Ty Spearman looks like he's going to try to take his from the 22 of Jordan Hightower. Spearman was obviously involved, was the, I wouldn't want to say he was the cause of that yellow, but we get another yellow. Might have a car around somewhere on this track. Let's see if we can find out who.
Pace car's gotta go by. Pace car's gotta go by. Checking up off too hard.
Looks like the number 10 of Rusty Arthur is the culprit here on the backstretch. Coming off of turn 2. Looks like Rusty just lost it and then smacked the inside wall. Looks like Rusty's going to be the only one that receives damage from that incident. The left side of that car looks like it's pretty beat up. I'm sure we'll see the number 10 drive down pit road here to try to repair some of that damage. 98 of Trent Brown, he will be your leader right now. Number 3 of Jacob Linkowitz, looks like he's going to take the wave around. That will get Jacob back on the lead lap as we have 5 cars. Actually, with Jacob getting his lap back, we'll have 4 cars a lap down. Byron Daly, Brandon Simmons, Gil Gawk, and Peter Fisher all a lap down right now. Those 4 drivers will be battling for that lucky dog spot. and Brown looking for his best finish of the season. He has 4 starts so far this season with only 1 top 10. Currently sits he sits 17th in series points. Trent's going to lead the field back to the green flag. Todd Guerin once again starting outside row number 1. Cody Kelly now inside row number 2, sitting in 3rd. JD Laird, the 23, looks like he's got some of that damage possibly repaired. He's going to start 4th. Ty Spearman trying to make his way back to the front, starting 5th. And Jeff Ramsdell, the number 2, is going to start 6th in the field. Cars going side by side into turn 1. Cody Kelly looking to make the pass on Todd Guerin for that 2nd position. Todd running it hard in there on the top side. Cody looking to take the advantage as he's got the preferred line on the bottom. Looks like Ty Spearman might have got a little bit of the 13 car there. A lot of action. 3 wide action coming off of turn 2 as Kevin Malone splits the difference between the 23 at JD Laird and the 87 at Derek Holshausen. And Kevin gets right up on the back bumper of the number 2 at Jeff Ramsdell. A lot of tight racing here in the pack. Right about 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. All these cars side by side looking for the next advantage. Byron Daly in the 61 car getting really high through turns 3 and 4. 7 and Chris Curtis is going to take advantage of that. Bill Brown 84 car also involved in this pack. A little bit farther forward. Kevin Malone finally getting run on the number 2 of Jeff Ramsdell. Going to take that position away from him. That will be the 5th position. Ramsdell not in the preferred line, but fighting back on the outside as Malone shoves it into turn 3, trying to get around the number 2. And we've got a wreck behind him. It looks like the 23. And cars are piling in. Cars are wrecked on the front straightaway. Number 7 at Chris Kurgel, 71 at Peter Fisher, 24 Chad Coleman. I saw JD Laird was sideways. Not sure why. We can go back and find out. And here we go. The number 7 at Chris Kurgel looked like JD Laird entered the corner really high. Kurgel looked like he was going to take advantage of that. Laird turned down. Kurgel was kind of there. That's a tough deal. And then farther behind them, I saw the 56 of Brandon Simmons. Sideways. Oh, looks like everybody's just checking up. Not a whole lot of places to go. And ooh, the 71 of Peter Fisher, a big hit there. Looks like 56 of Brandon Simmons going to have a little bit of damage with the number 00 of Gil Gawk. Just a matter of things happening in front of people, and it's really, really hard to see to be able to check up. Well, that was
Man, what is up with all the checking up?
That's what I was wondering.
Like cars getting together under caution. Once again, more cars getting
Slammed
together.
into somebody, and somebody slammed into me because of the checkup. I mean, you can't maintain the speed.
I believe you can hear driver chat. These guys getting a little antsy with each other tonight. There's some checking up happening. We were jumping back from the replay, and we saw the culmination of that, which was the number 10 of Rusty Arthur getting into the back of the 56 of Brandon Simmons. Rusty saying that the cars were checking up in front of them, and he wasn't sure why. Chad Coleman also got involved in that, so unfortunately those 3 cars are obviously going to have a little bit more damage than they probably should have. They were also pretty far to the front of the field, as it looks like as we sit. Just looking at the standings here. Actually, those were some lap cars there. So we sit with 14 cars sitting on the lead lap right now. Andrew Fayash III, who was involved in the original caution. He is now sitting dead last on the lead lap. I'm sorry, not dead last on the lead lap. He's the last car on the lead lap in 14th place. Only 36 laps down of the 125, the scheduled distance tonight. These guys, You know, New Smyrna Speedway can be feast or famine. It's either a major cause of issues or it can be fantastic racing. Tonight looks like one of those issue evenings. Lights out on the pace car, getting ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Kevin Malone will lead them to the flag. Jeff Ramsdell to his outside.
Gregory. You get a black flag, quick. Thank you.
Had to do a little housekeeping right there. Clearing the black flag for Chad Coleman. Number 98, Trent Brown, getting in the back of number 92. Ty Spearman has had that happen already enough times this race. He's probably not real excited about it. When you're racing for the lead, looks like 75, Cody Kelly getting underneath the 18 of Kevin Malone. Cody Kelly's going to make that pass coming off of turn 2 and take the lead. Cody Kelly from a lap down is your leader of the late model shootout series. East Smyrna Subway. Ty Spearman also getting into that door. Ty Spearman will take second place off of turn 2 into turn 3. Looks like Kevin Malone has got the backup beeper going right now as the number 98 Trent Brown has also gone by. The number 13 of Todd Guerin also looking to take that position. And he does. As Todd finds himself in 4th place. Now the 87 of Derek Holshausen looking to grab that spot from Kevin Malone. And the door continues to stay open. Jacob Linkowitz now kicking it wide open as he's going to try to get underneath the 18 of Kevin Malone. All the way back from the lead to 7th place in about 3 laps. A little bit farther back in the field. Playing with cameras right now. How fun is that? Oh, the 7 of Chris Kurtzel getting right up underneath. And we saw his engine. How's that possible? I don't know, folks. iRacing. That was the 77 of Andrew Fast that we were riding with. The 7 of Chris Kurtzel battling with the 2 of Jeff Ramsdell. They will come off of turn 2, single file down the backstretch. Leader right now, the 75 of Cody Kelly, as the 92 of Ty Spearman running 2nd place. This has been, well, the running order a lot of this season, as Cody Kelly has won quite a few races, I believe 3. And Ty Spearman still looking for his first win, but he has run up front all season long. He's been chasing the back bumper of that 75. The good news is Cody Kelly has changed his paint scheme for him, and he's looking at something different. Right now between the two, 7.69 seconds. Let's see if Ty Spearman's closing. It looks to me visually like he is. Well, I must be amazing because he's closing by 0.02 of a second a lap right now. I could see that. I could. It's got to be a lot closer this time. It looks like it is quite a bit closer. The interval now 6.697 seconds, almost a 10th. Spearman knocked off that lap. Running down the leader, Cody Kelly. Right now, Trent Brown runs 3rd. He is not gaining on the 2nd place runner of Ty Spearman, so it might be a fight between the 75 and the 92 to see who wins this race. We are on lap 52, still quite a few laps to go. Cars are going to change a little bit. Setups are, you'll hear guys say short run setups, long run setups. Right now we're in the midst of what might be a long run. I just mentioned that these two drivers have been racing together all season long. These are your front runners in the series, and I'm right. I'm looking at the point standings right now. Cody Kelly currently holds a 13-point lead over the 92 at Ty Spearman. Peter Fisher is currently third in the points. But these two guys have been up front all year long. Cody Kelly with 2 wins, 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s. Spearman, 4 top 5s with 4 top 10s. This is week 7. Obviously, these guys don't finish up front every single week, but almost every single week. Cody Kelly only finishing out of top 10 one time. So we got a car in the grass going to turn 1. I don't know if that'll bring out the caution with the number 22 of Jordan Hightower. Cleared the area. I don't see him on the track. Looks like he's probably taking it to the garage. Oh, there he is. He's heading to the pit lane. Number 24, Chad Coleman, also has taken his car to the pits. Got a race here for the 3rd position. The 98 of Trent Brown trying to hold off the 13 of Todd Guerin. The 87 of Derek Holshausen. Derek Holshausen, as we were talking about, he was a winner last week at USA Speedway. He's looking to take the mini-series, the Florida Speed Fest, which will put 5 iRacing credits in his iRacing account. There's also some extra money on the line tonight. Subway has put up some extra money. $5 to the winner of tonight's race, along with $5 to any finisher in the top 10. It's a random draw. We'll find out who win that at the end of the race. Turn 2 wall. That's going to hurt that car's performance. He was putting a tremendous amount of pressure on the 98 of Trent Brown, but I don't know if he's going to be able to continue that pressure now that he's found the wall with that number 13 Toyota machine. You can visually see the right side damage that that contact caused. It's all a matter of whether or not that caused some suspension damage for the 13. Do a little bit of a field rundown as we get to the line. That's Cody Kelly in first. Oh, we got some cars in the pits. That's difficult for me to do. Trent Brown in second. There looks like the 87 of Derek Holshausen is going to make the pass on 13 of Todd Guerin. Obviously, Todd hurt that car when he hit the wall. Todd now be running in the 5th position. Number 3 of Jacob Linkowitz. He is running in the 6th position. See if with it looks like his car has quite a bit of damage. Let's see if he can put pressure on the 13 as well. 7th place, number 7, Chris Kurdziel right now. I believe Rusty Arthur, yeah, he's running a few laps, actually 17 laps down in the 17th position. 84, Bill Brown, he is currently your 8th place runner. Actually, I take that back. Bill Brown is 1 lap down in 13th place. Your 8th place runner is number 77 as he finds himself under fire from the 23 of J.D. Laird for that 8th position. Andrew Fayash is going to give up that position. Byron Daly also getting underneath Fayash. That'll be for the 9th place.
Take a low on 1-footer.
That will drop Andrew Fayash to the 10th place. Jeff Ramsdale running 11th, getting pressure from the number 56 of Brandon Simmons. However, Brandon Simmons is one of those cars that is 1 lap down. And that brings us right back around to the number 75 of Cody Kelly as he continues to circulate the racetrack 0.517 seconds ahead of number 92 at Ty Spearman. Remember, Ty Spearman was your fastest qualifier in the evening. Cody Kelly was number 2. So a really short run, 1 lap. Ty Spearman was the faster of the 2 cars. Ty Spearman looked like he has a little bit of trouble with lap traffic there. Didn't really get through that corner like he wants to. Of course, not being able to apex completely off the corner, that's just one of the issues with, you know, traffic. It's actually a good thing. I see it as a good thing for racing. But that did cost Ty Spearman some time, as he's now over 0.7 of a second farther behind number 75, Cody Kelly. Trying to make up that time as we are getting extremely close. We're already past halfway. We have 72 laps in. Lap 73, 52 laps remaining in this race. As we have hit one of those long runs we've talked about. Who has the better long run setup? As we've got a car on the, I was just saying it, number 3 of Jacob Linkowitz sitting in the infield on the backstretch. Brings up. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Linkowitz as he came off of what looks like what would be turn 2. Just gets a little bit low. Looks like he got a little bit low and a little bit too loose. So he was trying to catch the 13 of Todd Guerin for the 5th position. That's a bummer for Linkowitz, as he's going to go back to the back of the lead lap. And in fact, looks like he lost a lap before that caution came. A couple of cars that have taken their cars to the trailer includes the 3rd place points runner, Peter Fisher, the 71, having trouble in that giant, actually one of the accidents. It was the Chris Kurtzel accident. Peter Fisher hurt his car in. He has packed up and gone home, along with 00 Gil Gawk and the number 11 of Glenn Cray, all leaving the racetrack, and we won't be seeing them out again tonight, hopefully next week. Oh, there you can see some interesting looking things on pit road. That's what happens when you have really tight pit stalls. Everybody gets to pit inside of each other. A little bit unrealistic, but we'll take it. Let's take a look at what's going on. Looks like everybody taking an opportunity. I think it's probably a good idea to take an opportunity to take tires. That was a long run. If you haven't been to the pits yet, you've run 75 laps. We'll call it 45 laps on your tires under green flag racing. That was almost a 30-lap run there under green flag conditions. So you probably wore them out pretty good. So it's a good idea to get 4 new Hoosiers on the car. Looks like the 56 of Brandon Simmons, who would not have been your lucky dog, is going to make sure that he has an opportunity to get back on the lead lap, as he's going to sit in front of the leaders, which will, when we go 1 to green, they will wave him around the pace car and he will be back on the lead lap. Now, the downside of this is he doesn't get tires. He doesn't get to fix any of the damage that he's got to his race car, but he does get an opportunity to get back on the lead lap, hope for another quick caution, make those repairs, get those new tires, and now he's on the lead lap with everyone else. There it is, the 56 Brandon Simmons going to be waiting around the pace cars. The lights are out. The iRacing.com pace car. The 75 of Cody Kelly will be your leader, with the 92 of Ty Spearman still sitting 2nd place to his outside. Last week's winner, 87 of Derek Holshausen, will start 3rd. 98 of Trent Brown starting 4th. 13 of Todd Guerin starting 5th. And the 77 of Andrew Fayash is now running 6th. Holshausen with a really bad start at the bottom. He is going to find himself in 4th, maybe 5th, as we come off the corner. Front
inside, guys. I'll play high. Inside.
Holshausen looking under the 77 of Fayash, as Fayash tried to trying to take advantage of Holshausen's poor start. Wasn't able to do it on the backstretch. Holshausen is now going to grab that position back. He will find himself in 4th place.
Can we get just a little bit more room for the outside car on the front straightaway? 'Cause that's what happened the first time, and the other guy didn't fare so well.
Really, Jacob, I can give you the bottom.
You can hear driver chat there. Andrew Fash not real excited about how he was raced there by the 87 of Derek Holshausen. As we find the top 2 guys, here they are once again. '75 of Cody Kelly leading the 92 of Ty Spearman in turn number 3. I'm sure that number 92, he is tired of seeing the back bumper of that Toyota right in front of him. Right now, Cody Kelly's being really quick on new tires. Seemed like over the long run, the 92 of Ty Spearman had a little bit of an advantage, but right now, Cody Kelly driving away from the 92. If Spearman's better on old tires, he's going to have to make up the distance that he's losing right now on new tires. We have a caution we will find for you. 56 of Brandon Simmons, Jeff Ramsdell involved. Looks like Kevin Malone might have been involved. Let's see what happened to cause this issue. And Brandon Simmons wasn't involved. He was just being a smart guy. And we have 3 wide down the front straightaway. Jacob Linkowitz involved. Looks like he goes underneath the 18 to pass, and all mayhem ensues. Those are some damaged race cars. Looks like Linkowitz is going to end up.
We never touched JD. You just started in front of me. But then you put me in the wall, so that's alright. For a second time.
Okay, bud.
I smell retaliation.
Just letting some drivers know what happened. Just letting some drivers know what happened so we can, you heard driver chat, guys are frustrated with other guys, and it can cause some, you know, I like to call them dust stops, but it can cause some issues on the racetrack if you got somebody that's angry with somebody else. Especially when they're on the track together. It's 23 and the 18 that we're talking to each other on the driver chat there. And it sounds like they're not real happy with each other, so I was just letting the 18 know that it wasn't the 23's fault that they made contact. Looks like the number 3 of Jacob Linkowitz indeed has gone to the trailer and will be headed home. As he was caught in his second caution there, not really sure what the cause of that was. We'll obviously have to take a look at that and see what happened. But it looked like the 3 was then hit pretty hard by the number 2 of Jeff Ramsdell, who had nowhere to go to avoid the incident. So. Jeff Ramsdell leaving the pit lane now, fixing some of his damage. The lights are out on the pace car. I'm not exactly sure what happened to the 92 of Ty Spearman. I don't know if he went in for tires again or decided to make an adjustment. But Spearman currently sitting 8th position. He was 2nd when we went to caution. Cody Kelly still leading this race. 98 to Trent Brown will be 2nd. 87 to Derek Holshausen. Chris Kurdziel finding himself in the top 5 and 4th. And 61 of Byron Daly.
Go on, bro.
Trent Brown making an aggressive move. He will find himself, he'll hold the 2nd position coming off of turn 2. And we've already gone under caution. Got some cars parked here on the backstretch. Let's see what happened here. Oh, looks like the number 10 of Rusty Arthur getting into the outside wall. Nowhere to go for the 56, and those two cars make contact. 56 gets caught sitting backwards on the track, so he has to come back around. Now that's what brought out the caution. It looked like the 10 got the wall, came down across the track, and the 56 had nowhere to go to miss him.
User joined your channel.
Hello?
Hello?
What's up?
Just thought I'd come in here and give you a hand.
Rusty Arthur in the booth currently. Rusty obviously just had an issue in that replay that we just saw.
A big issue.
Looked like the car was pretty beat up early, Rusty. Didn't look like you could really find any way to get it underneath you tonight.
We give it a shot. Screwed up qualifying. We should have been 8-10 spots higher than what we were. Missed going into 3 a couple of times there. Just went in too high. Couldn't get the car underneath us. And started in the back, and when you start in the back, you know, it's like they say, caution is pretty cautious. And missed the big one initially, but then got caught up in the second one. And from there, it was just downhill.
Yeah, it looked like the car had quite a bit of damage on it. We're just taking a look up front here. Cody Kelly sitting first again. I don't know, Rusty, you were out on the track for a while, but it looks like that 75 car is going to be pretty hard to beat once again. Already 2 victories on the season, and he is dominating this event so far.
Oh yeah, Cody, he's a tough guy. He's got a quick car. Seems like the guy can't miss a setup. You know, every track we go to, he's starting in the top 5, and like you said, he's already got 2 wins. He's going to be hard to beat here.
Points leader as well. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing, 75 Cody Kelly going to lead him to the green flag. 90 to Trent Brown, still there. Derek Holzhausen. 2 wide racing throughout 1 and 2. Battle right now for the 5th position. Actually, it's 4th position as the 61 of Byron Daly gets into the side, possibly. The 7 of Chris Kurzos will go 3 wide into turn 1. JD Laird using his brain and backing out of that one.
Yeah, it looks like Daly got sideways coming off the 2 there.
Yeah, just caught the
Not
side
really
of the 7
sideways.
car.
He just got a little loose, but you know.
To a Ty Spearman, going to take a look under the 77 of, and he is sideways, and it looks like he just crashed.
Oh man!
You heard him come over the driver chat, Rusty. Everybody did. Everybody can hear everything because we're in here and I'm doing all the streaming by myself. So all the driver chat, everything is on the broadcast. I think Ty knew that he screwed that one up.
Oh yeah, yeah. He just wanted to go in there a little bit too hard, trying to get underneath Andrew, and it's just you know, it's one of those racing things.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that on the bottom of the racetrack, these cars can get really loose if you're not careful.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah,
that all
once you get to that yellow line, you know, the more you have to back off of the gas. You know, going in, you can lock up the front, or coming out, you can spin the rears, and you're one way or the other, you're going to go around.
And just taking a look at that 92 car. The front is beat, the right side is beat, and I'm not feeling real good about his chances for winning this race. He definitely had one of the cars to beat tonight. He was the only driver that looked like he could run with the 75 of Cody Kelly, and now the car's junk, unfortunately. And unfortunately for JD Laird, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time again and got cut up on that one as well. Ty Spearman, obviously one of the nicest guys you'll talk to. In fact, he shared a setup guide with the series earlier this season. And he knew right away that he had made a mistake. It happens to everyone, and looks like he's hurt his chances for picking up the win tonight.
Yeah, he hurt him a little bit. He can still, you know, come out with a decent finish, maybe a top 10. You know, you got, what, 12 guys still on the lead lap, and he's running 7th right now. So hopefully he can hang in there, keep keep it at least one lap down anyway, because like I say, he's got some damage there. I don't think he's going in to fix it. He's just going to try to ride it out.
You know, Rusty, the beauty of us, we can sit and look at your car because it sits on pit road forever. Even though you've left, so that's what we're doing right now, just having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty beat up. I was in the race earlier, you know, I think I lost the cylinder because I hit the inside wall. Kevin's like, how the left side of your car get all beat up? And I was like, I got loose coming out of 2 and you know, slid down and hit the inside wall and, you know, tore it up pretty good. And I think that's when I lost part of the motor. And, you know, your car is sustainable to everything here.
Oh, this place
Getting ready to go back green.
Getting ready to go green. The 75 Cody Kelly once again will lead him to the green flag. Trent Brown still finding himself in 2nd position. The 87 of Derek Holzhausen in 3rd, and Byron Daly.
Man, oh, look at there. Oh, we got a Swiss spinner on. Oh, he saved it.
Holy cow, the 98 of Trent Brown. 3 wide down the backstretch. I don't know how this is going to work out. Andrew Fash on the bottom, JD Laird in the middle, Trent Brown on the outside, and they make it through coming up the turn 4. Contacting made Brown look like he gave JD Laird a little bit of a shove there.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact.
Keeping on these two, and Laird gave it up. He backed off. A little bit farther forward, we got the 7 of Chris Kurzel and the 13 of Todd Guerin fighting for, I believe, the 4th position. Todd looking to take it away from the 7 driver of Chris Kurzel. Ty Spearman sitting right behind him there in 6th. Guerin in the preferred line on the low line. He's going to take that away. Spearman now putting pressure on Chris Kurzel for the 5th position.
Oh, and Chris got a little bit sideways there with a little help.
Andrew Fayash is the
Sorry about that, Andrew.
beneficiary.
I didn't want to keep on going. I just about turned you.
Ty Spearman apologizing
No,
to
that
Chris
was Chris.
Kurzel.
We're all good, I think.
Wow, we got a lot of good racing going on here. And how about Byron Daly coming in at the last minute, barely making the qualifying and running into the 3rd position with the door up right front.
Yeah, Byron Daly, one of your NASCAR Peak anti-free series drivers that have shown up tonight to race with us. I was telling him earlier in qualifying, Rusty, that looked like pro practice had let out, and they all decided to come over here. Absolutely. Oh, caution there. The only car I'm finding in the back is the 18 of Kevin Malone. Oh, looks like Ty Spearman might have been involved in that one, as he is circulating the track on the slow side of things. Also finding himself in 10th position last time across the line. I'm guessing he was the
Spearman, if I
issue.
got into you, I really didn't mean to.
It's been one of those nights.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You heard
Look,
it.
I didn't touch you. You said it was neck code.
98 just got into the
But I don't know. I'll take. I know that
92.
was my fault. Well,
It wasn't a.
I don't know. I was off the gas trying to pick
I
up
think that
for
was
you.
kind of a net code kind of deal.
Yeah, that one would have been really close. If anything, there was no noise for contact being made. We could even
Yeah, he
say
did
it was.
touch on my ass, Spearman. I don't know.
I don't don't even know where Justin Brooks is coming from. One of our locals that just came over the radio. Not locals, but regulars that came over the radio.
Right.
He just said it looked like it wasn't, you know, there was no contact there, that it was a netcode issue. So
Right.
kind of wondering why he's not in a race car.
Yeah, right. Why is he not, you know?
If you're watching this, where you at, Brooksy? Try to get as close to some of these cars as I possibly can, guys. That's, you know, look at us, guys that help us out every single week. They're here racing their cars every single week. So that is a Ren Tag sponsorship on the 87 of Derek Holzhausen. That is a new paint scheme for him, and I will tell you that car probably looks as pretty as it did when they took the green flag. I don't see any damage except for maybe a tiny bit on the right rear. Not sure how he's pulled it off, but running third place. Derek Holzhausen has to have the, I would call it the cleanest car of the race award right now.
Yeah, that car is pretty much spotless. That's a nice paint job and a very well intact car. Even our race leader has more damage than that. Cody Kelly having damage on the left rear. He's got some damage on the right front. Wheeling Dealing Motorsports. I was able to see that car as we were rolling around a little bit slower. That's what it says on the quarter panel of that car. So I'm guessing that's probably the race team he belongs to, and that's probably who helps him. If he gets any help at all, that's who helps put the setups into this car. Those guys know what they're doing in the Super Late model. I'll say that right now. Well, I can tell you that right now. Look at just, you know, where they're sitting. But if anybody can do it, Cody's got a good challenge behind him. He's got, you know, he's
right now he's got
the
Derek Holzhausen, the 87,
and the 61, and the 13 behind him. You know, Derek Holzhausen, Byron Daly, and Todd Guerin. So
yeah, and the 77 of Andrew Fayach, 5th. Trent Brown finds himself in 6th now.
Great, rolling good, rolling good.
Byron Daly, after a bad qualifying effort, after having very little practice, or actually no practice whatsoever, he has got that car working. He is sitting in the 3rd position, looking to get around the 87 Holzhausen. Look at the cars come together as they come off of turn 4.
Man, he got a little sideways there, but he was able to hang on to it. But that 87, man, he is strong. I just wonder if he's got enough for next 9 laps. Cody, even though his car's got damage, he's running pretty good.
Battling for the 4th spot, the 77 Andrew Fayach, the 13 and Todd Guerin. Trent Brown is not happy. I knew it was coming. Fayach sideways looking.
Nice save.
Nobody's better than drifting than that 77 car. I can say that right now. Birdsville will give it a shot.
A little chatter going on there, guys. But
I believe that was Bill Brown telling Andrew Fayach what a great save that was. Now Bill Brown looking to get around the 98 of Trent Brown. No relation. Brown getting into Brown. Maybe that was close.
Wow. Man. That was an awesome save by Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know anybody better on this service at drifting. And there's...
Oh, no, and then Trent Brown just takes it out and one into turn 1 there. Oh, and his engine's smoking bad now.
We could see that something was happening there. Looks like Bill Brown and Chris Kurtz will get together coming off of turn 4, and then Bill Brown gets smacked by the 92 of Spearman. Doesn't hit much on the wall, but it looks like it's knocked the rear end of that car as it's crab walking. You said Trent Brown had an issue as well. We'll go ahead and see if we can find that.
Yeah, it looks like he had a right front go down or something going into 1. It just shot right up to the wall.
Yeah, my throttle hung there, went down the straightaway like my pedal literally stuck to the floor.
Oh yeah, there we go. So
Number 77, I was not trying to take you out or anything. My pedal literally stuck to the floor.
No, it's not like that was the first time you hit me. You hit me 4 times in 3 laps. I mean...
Well, hell, you're slower than shit.
Oh!
Well, yeah, you have the whole track to work with them side by side. You're going to be faster. Maybe if you didn't get yourself in trouble earlier, you would have been ahead of me still. It's your own damn fault for getting back there.
and we got a little bit of chatter going on between the drivers here, so we'll
Oh, boy.
try to calm that down.
Bill, I'm
We
sorry
do
I
have
couldn't
to
get
go.
picked up for you after you got turned there.
We just have all
Which
kinds
should
of
have,
crazy
but I
things going on
don't know
right
why.
now.
Yeah, I don't think
Good
we'll be
time, I'm
going
not
back
worried
green.
about it.
This is going to end probably under a yellow.
I know I'm just going to quit lifting for pretty much anything anymore.
It looks like the 75 of Cody Kelly once again will win his 3rd race of the season.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, this guy is tough. I believe the only one that can take him would be the old Jeff By Jr. guy, which we haven't seen in, what, 3 or 4 weeks, I think, Bill.
I think Jeff By Jr. could take him. We have other drivers that haven't shown up in a while. Jeremy Davis was a fast driver in the Super Late model.
Oh wow, was that guy good or what? That guy could set up a car. He would be one of the ones that came in with 1 minute to go in practice, throw a Q set in there and take the pole.
Yeah, and Shane Klein was last year's Late Model Shootout Series champion. We haven't seen him yet this season. Not sure where Shane's been, but obviously not running in the series this season.
Good in the trucks too. You know, he rode with us in the trucks on Thursday nights.
Yeah, there have been multiple drivers.
Big
a lot of fast.
Justin Brooks.
A lot of fast drivers. Actually, Cody Kelly just giving credit
That's
to
one there,
Justin
Cody.
Brooks. But it looks like
Appreciate it.
for the first time this season, we'll have someone other than Cody Kelly winning the Florida Speedfest Mini Series. 87, Derek Holzhausen is going to finish 2nd in this race, and I don't think anybody else can take that crown from him, as Cody Kelly, I don't believe, finished 2nd at USA.
Yeah, he's got an awesome car wherever he goes.
Nice run,
You know,
Cody.
I don't know if it's the guys that he's got setting up the car or if it's just his driving skills, but he is awesome.
So that was Cody Kelly taking the checkered flag. Derek Holzhausen 2nd. Byron Daly all the way up to 3rd position.
Well, he has got to get the Hard Charger Award for today. Because if I'm not mistaken, I started 19th.
I believe that was Car Pinata.
Being 20th.
Faye Ash comes home in
Everybody
4th.
gets stuck your spider web.
It was my mistake. Byron finished 3rd and he qualified at 16th.
Yeah, that's one outstanding run. I think, yeah, it's 13. 13th. Well, 13 positions gained during the race. 2nd in that run with JD Laird. Started 21st, finished 10th. Trent Brown came home in 5th. Kurgan 7th. Spearman came home in 8th. Brandon Simmons 9th. And JD Laird running out the top 10 and 10th. Rusty, I don't know if you have anything you want to say about the race, but I'm going to end this pretty quickly tonight.
No, just it was a good run. Wish we could have done better, but you know, the CRC Racing and the Textron Beechcraft Cessna car. Wish we could have done better, but you know, there's always next week. We'll go get them.
Cody Kelly parking his car in victory lane as he takes the victory, keeps the points lead. Obviously, he's your winner tonight. So I think that's about all we want to say tonight, Rusty. For Rusty Arthur, thank you for joining me in the booth.
Not a problem anytime, Bill. If I'm not running, I'll be glad to come and see you.
Well, I appreciate it because I was talking to myself most of the night. But Rusty Arthur joining me in the booth. Hopefully Eric Myers is feeling better next week and doesn't have any more headaches, migraine he had today, and I won't have to be alone and talk to myself. But for In the Zone Racing Late Model Shootout Series, this has been a broadcast of ITZR TV In the Zone Racing online, and we will see you next week.